All right, so once again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Amazon Live webinar. Today, we will be sharing about the US Informed Consumer Act, and then the session will be hosted by myself and Ivan from the Sales Operation team. Right, so now without further ado, let me just go through some of the administrative stuff first, and then I'll pass it on to Ivan to walk us through on that. All right. Okay, there's some important notice for you to take a quick read. So we will be sharing the recording on our website and the official YouTube playlist that we have. The link is available in the message box that you see on your right hand side, as well as the follow-up emails that GoToWebinar is sending to you. All right, and then also there are some questions that was left for us during the registration. We will go through it during the live Q&A section. So the other part, if you have any questions regarding today's topic, do put it at the question box. It should look something like the screen you're seeing right now. Right, then last but not least, whatever we share today is updated as of today. So if you were to watch the recording a few months down the road, do always check back to the latest recording, or you can refer to Seller University or the Seller Central Help for the most updated information. So a short introduction on Seller Education, which is the team I'm in and the team that is running the webinar for you right now. Right, so there's a variety of learning program. One of it is the Seller University, where you are most familiar with. You can get access to it once you have Seller Central or even on the sell.amazon.sg website. Right, there are some guides and videos for you to keep track of learning. Right, the other one is the one that you are attending right now, which is the Amazon Live webinar, where you get to interact with the live speaker like myself or Ivan, or even external service provider or partner that we regularly invite to. And then we will address your questions live during the live Q&A section. Right, so that's today's topic. It's regarding the US Inform Act.
All right, hello everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar. I'm going to go through some of the slides and some of the user experience that you can expect, right, for the US Informed Consumers Act. But before we start that, what I am going to say, I'm going to start a bit from the background on what the US Inform Act is and essentially what you can expect. So this was a law that was stated in the US, right? And it took effect in June 27th, 2023. So about a year ago, right? And one of the things that it does, it places an obligation on Amazon to collect information on what we categorize as high volume third-party sellers, right? So you can read it. The thresholds are either 5,000 US dollars in sales on an annual basis or 200 orders on an annual basis. If you pass that threshold, you will be triggered what is called the US Inform Consumers Act, right? So if you pass that threshold, it is in Amazon's obligations to collect, verify, and disclose your information, such as person of contact, legal entity, etc. And this is just as information collection, and we disclose it to the U.S. federal government, just so they have visibility on who are the third-party sellers that are selling on our platform, right? So back in 2023, you might have been asked to fill this information. And what happens is essentially on an annual basis, we need to certify that the information that you have disclosed or we have on file is accurate as of today, right? So let's delve into what to expect, right? So when you log on to your Seller Central and you go and visit your account health page, if you are triggered the US Inform Act, you will see something like this. So you'll see a banner on the top, right, stating that you have some priority actions that you need to take care and that you need to review your account information. Once you log on to the account health page, you will click on the top right button on resolve issues. And what will happen is a banner on the right will pop up and it will show the information that we have on file for you. The information goes by the name, the address, your phone number, the email, your bank account information, and also your tax ID number. Right? Remember that the tax ID number can either be your company or it can be your identification number if you're not registered under a company address. Right? So this will pop up this information, and what you guys will have to do is essentially review that the information is correct and up to date. Situation number one is that the information that we have on file is correct, right? And if it is correct, you will press on proceed and you will certify that the information that we have on file is correct, right? So once that is done, you will be done with what is called the annual certification, essentially certifying that the information that we have on file is up to date and no editing of the information is required. Important that once you click on proceed, you will have 10 days to essentially certify the information. Now, I don't expect to have any issues here, essentially because you are validating that there is no edit required, so you would be able to proceed to certify it immediately after clicking on proceed. Situation number two is you see the information that we have on file, and you see that there are some pieces of information that need to be updated, right? So if that's the case, what you will do is you will click on the small button down on the right-hand side banner, and you will click on Edit. Once you click on Edit, right, you will have to key in the information that has been that has changed and that you have to update, right? And Amazon will verify that that information is correct. So just to give you an example, if you change your mobile number, right, your phone has changed, one of the things that we will do is we will trigger either an SMS or a call to verify that the new phone number that you have keyed in is operative. Once you have changed all the information and is currently up to date, what you will do is then go back to the proceed button, and then you're going to be able to certify that the information is up to date. Right? The happy path, right, is either in situation one or situation two where you have to update your information. Once you have finalized and certified that your information is up to date, one of the things that you will see is that a top banner in your account health dashboard stating that you have certified your information and that the information you have provided is up to date as per the Informed Consumers Act. Right, so once you see the green banner, you can proceed to close it, and that essentially means that everything is up to date. And if no further changes of the information are required, we will not bother you until next year because this is an annual thing that you're going to have to certify. And this is just for Amazon to know that the information that we have on hand is up to date. So here we have a couple of frequently asked questions. One of them that we have is, what will happen if I don't complete this self-trigger phase? Right, so essentially you will have 10 days after you have triggered to certify your information. If you do not comply within these 10 days, your account will be at risk of deactivation. And what that means is if your account is deactivated, your listings are not going to be active and your selling journey is going to have to stop until you certify the information is up to date. So who should I consult if I have more questions? And this is something that a lot of our selling partners have asked, right? So you can either go to the help page that we have provided in Sales Central about the annual certification. So in the search bar, you can just put Informact annual certification, and you're essentially going to see a full help page describing any possible scenario. If you still have questions after reading the help page, we have the call me now function, right? So again, in the account health dashboard on the top right, you will have this yellow button which press call me now. Right? If you press that button, you will be able to key in your mobile phone or a phone number you want to be contacted, and one of our support agents is going to call you and is going to be there to answer any questions that you might have regarding the US Inform Act. Right? Alternatively, what you can do is you can also contact seller support. If you don't want to speak to them, you can also raise a case ID, and the seller support team will reply to that case ID in Seller Central, and they're going to provide the information that you need. Another question that we have is, why do I need to certify my information at least annually, right? So this is not something that was inverted commas invented by Amazon. This is a law that was passed in the US, and Amazon, as an online marketplace facilitator, needs to abide by that law. Essentially, we need to know who is selling on our platform, right? So that at least the U.S. government has visibility on these sellers that are selling on our platform, right? So the law that was passed essentially states that we need to certify that the information is up to date at least once a year. So that's why I was saying that if you certify now, if you're triggered, until next year, if you don't have any changes, we aren't going to be bothering you anymore. So does my information need to be verified again if it hasn't changed, right? So this is what I was mentioning before, right? So if you haven't changed the information and the information that you see popping up once you click on certify has not changed, the only thing that you will have to do is just click on I certify that the information is up to date. Right? We will not ask you to update any information again. Amazon will not verify that information again. We just need you to certify that the information we have on file is accurate and up to date. What will happen if I do not provide the information Amazon required, right? So this is very similar to the previous question that I asked before. So unfortunately, if you do not provide this information, Amazon is obliged to currently put your account in deactivated status, right? So if your account is in deactivated status, we may withhold your payments, right? So it is both in Amazon's and in the seller's interest to complete this certification, right, in order to comply with the US law, being it a marketplace where you are selling in. So here we have a couple of live Q&As. I'm not sure if we have some in the chat box right now. Let's check.
Yeah, let's check. But at the same time, we can address those that was already shared previously. Let me see. Oh, we do have some question. Okay, let's go through the one that we received during the registration first. Question. Now, meanwhile, we still have a couple of webinars coming up in April. So there's two more actually on the 25th. One is the ads webinar, and then the other one will be the, more for sellers who have not completed their registration or halfway through regarding account registration. Also, if you have friends or family who are keen to start, that might be a webinar that they can attend for any questions regarding setting up an account in the Amazon Seller Central, the selling account, right? The other one is the ads webinar. We're going to talk about the traffic funnel performance optimization by ads manager Hui Qi. And also we have the May webinars already shown here as well. It's already live. You can register. These are the topics that we will be sharing in May. So some interesting thing like the new seller incentive for this year, if you are not aware, this is a good session for you to find out what are the benefits that can help sellers like you to start and scale your business on Amazon and some other topics here. I'll just leave it here while we go through the questions. All right, looks like no more question. All right, I think we are good. So, yeah, if you have, things that you think we should cover but not cover, after I close the webinar, there's actually a webinar survey that you can put in, long text. If you have something that you want to share with us, definitely let us know. Then we can help to cover any of this topic in the future. Right, if not, I think that's the end of the session today. Thank you, Ivan, for supporting and helping to share what is this information about. All right, so that's all we have today. So remember to log in, check out your Seller Central, and complete the verification or certification process. Oh, we have. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone. So do join the other webinar if you have other questions, so that we can help to address it. To make your selling journey on Amazon a better one. Have a good day. Bye bye.